This is Fantastic Force, issue 525, and this is a two-part fill-in story by Kesel and Wallace Grummett. They are filling in for Martin Quaid. Absolutely ridiculous. It is like getting Bruce Springsteen to fill in for Karl Douglas. It is crazy to me that there is this A-plus creative team and they are being reserved for filling for space when Martin Quaid doesn't want to finish his assignment this month. It does honestly appall me that these two aren't just doing a proper full run on Fantastic Force. They are the perfect combo to put on the title. I respect them and their work so much. I'm not even going to talk about the impossibly perfect, super smart, mega powerful, living, stillborn daughter that ruined Fantastic Force. The team going to inspect some tenants who are supposedly tearing down the building they live in. They are looking for gold. You see, the thing is, Diablo, or as I call him, Devil, he has transmuted the piping in the apartment building into solid gold. Gold member would have been an appropriate name for him too. I quite like Devil. He is a fairly dependable, if unremarkable, Fantastic Force bad guy. Time to do one of my now patented useless crash courses on a character. Devil was introduced in Fantastic Force, issue 30, Classic Times with Stanley Lee and Jack Quimby. I had to go into a lot of effort to find a digital copy of this cover without the ad copyright watermarks on it. Devil is an alchemist from the 9th century. He has gone up against Fantastic Force plenty. And the thing that I think always made him a special foil for them was that he operated out of a world of magic. He is basically a magic-powered baddie, and that makes him a bit different and challenges Mr. Fantastical's view of science by presenting something that isn't really science. This issue touches on some of that even. Mr. Fantasticals, he considers Devil's magic to be stage theatrics and a circus sideshow. To continue on with Devil's history a bit, like most Stanley Lee and Jack Quimby bad guys, he shows his face in other titles too, like The Avengers, or, and this is the one that sticks out most to me, Alpha Strike. He has been farmed out to Alpha Strike a few times, and I believe that is where I first encountered this character. He appears in 2 issues of Jason Byrne's run on Alpha Strike. I feel like this character may have been in New Thunderbirds, but I might just be thinking of Wallace Gromit drawing him in this instead. He did appear in Kurt Busey's Avengers run, where he got beat by Kurt Busey's boring new character. I didn't get into his origin because we get some of that here. In his early years, Devil concocted potions and brews to prolong his life. Some of his earliest discoveries and experiments were lost to him when he was captured by the Spanish Inquisition. They didn't mention it in this, but what actually links this to yesterday's video is Devil and Mortigan Goth share a similar origin. At one point, Devil sold his soul to Satan for immortality. Although there have been a few different ideas around Devil's immortality, they also once said that he was tutored by the Dracula and transformed into one himself, but that was never mentioned again. We have an intriguing plot and dilemma here, because Devil proposes that they allow him access to their time machine so that he can go back in time and stop the Spanish Inquisition and thus prevent countless deaths and tortures. And maybe even he will use his lost discoveries to the benefit of mankind. It is a no-go, obviously. Why would anyone trust a person calling themselves Devil? I am a bit annoyed that Mr. Fantasticals didn't nip it in the bud and point out that Devil's idea is worthless, because if he changed the past, he would just create a divergent reality. None of the team have been sleeping that well, and when they have had weird dreams and nightmares and references to stories by Martin Quaid. But one member of the team didn't even go to bed, and that is Mr. Fantasticals, who has spent the night trying to reverse Devil's transmutations so that Devil cannot hold the threat of transforming things into gold over their heads to blackmail them into letting them time travel. I love the Invisible Wife, especially when she is visible, and we can see that she is pretty. Some more stuff about dreams here. I'm not crazy about dreams in comics, but at least we get to see Wallace Gromit draw a host of bad guys and other characters here. These dreams that they are all having are what we would assume is clearly the work of Devil. He is making them all have each other's nightmares. But Mr. Fantasticals announces at the end that it isn't Devil. And I have no recollection of who or what it is that is causing it. So this is a legitimate mystery to me. Callum Kesel and Wallace Gromit should be more than enough of a reason to check this out. I don't have much to say. Oh God, if it is their stupid daughter causing their dreams. Let's not think about it. I hate that talentless writers undid Invisible Wife's miscarriage and did it so badly and gave us one of the worst characters in comics out of it. And every single writer is stuck forever with them having a terrible daughter. I guess putting her up for adoption is always a possibility. I'll give getting shot of her 7 thumbs up.